Today we're making the Cuban Pepsi. Woo!
The Pepsi. And nothing Cuban.
There's no Cuban ingredients, but we are using some Sherry Cask.
Great stuff.
Some lime.
If you find it anywhere, get it.
If you like anything that tastes... If you don't like Pepsi, this may change your mind.
Yeah, because the Pepsi plays
Pepsi.
with the lime. Pepsi and lime, yeah.
Pepsi and lime with a little bit of spice. It's just like everything nice. Stay tuned.
Still drinking it. It's good.
Save 15% off at awesomedrinks.com. Coupon code CMC215.
Welcome to Comment Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. I've got with me Ian Andrews. All of our nipples are taped. We're ready to go. This is what we're going to be doing for you. Because, you know what? That was...
Turtle Club member, yes. My friend is a Turtle Club member. I'm going to go at some point maybe with him.
Yes! Live stream.
Somebody knows what...
He wants the civic duty of being a Mason.
Somebody knows what they're talking about.
Question right now. Are you a Freemason? Is
No,
it Freemason?
how about this? Question there. Are you a member of a civic organization, be it the Freemasons, the Lions, the Shriners? You know.
How do you get one of those hats?
Yeah, if you're a Shriner. I mean, they do a lot of stuff with little kids.
I want a
which is
fez.
cool.
Yeah. What do they do with little kids? Sorry, I had a pause for a second. Anyway, we're making a cocktail called... I couldn't come up with a good name for this.
You took the good stuff out of it.
I know. This is...
Cuban Pepsi. You made that up, okay.
Cuban Pepsi. Here's why. I really don't know.
It's like a Cuba Libre, only instead of Coke, it's Pepsi.
Very much so.
It is a Cuba Libre, but with Pepsi.
With Pepsi. But the recipe came in, submitted by John, and it just said Cuban in the subject. So I'm like, does that mean that's the name? I couldn't call it the Cuban cocktail because that denotes something probably a little bit more classic, Havana style, old 1930s, pre-prohibition.
Because of this, but
it has to be spiced. Havana Club could probably pass to that.
We're using some good stuff.
I'm using the Sherry Cask because one of our fans sent us another one up there.
And we have it to use.
Yeah, and I want to. So, and it's still available. People still send me photos of how there's like stacks of this at places. So, if you don't have Sherry Cask, then you need to get Sherry Cask. If you're one of the people
get it.
Who have said that's
it's
awful,
a limited edition. It's really good.
You're not very smart because it's not awful.
Everybody has different tastes.
I was going to say taste their own, so
except for the taste are wrong.
Okay.
Says the majority.
We can't all be perfect.
This is going to be 3/4 of an ounce of lime, an ounce of spice rum, 2 ounces of Pepsi. Boom, we're going to put it in a low ball glass, a little bit of ice. You don't even have to do any...
We're building in.
Yeah.
This is nice and easy.
It's a Cuban Libre, right? I mean, I haven't really done a Cuban... We might have done that on the show at some point, but I haven't...
Yeah,
I don't like Pepsi. That's the first
Ian
one.
was actually surprised that we had a can.
And it's a Diet Pepsi, so it's going to be even better.
I was digging for the Pepsi and I had to say something.
Diet Pepsi's better than Pepsi, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Do you like Pepsi?
I don't really drink a lot of soda, to be honest with you.
What the f...
I don't either, but if I'm at a restaurant and they're like, we only have Pepsi, I'm like, order something else.
Yeah, I've known people who are like die-hard Coke people. They will not go to the restaurant.
Right.
Well,
I'll go to the restaurant, but I don't care for Pepsi, so if they only have Pepsi products...
Trade quats.
Oh, this lime is not as good as I was hoping it would be.
Well, you got a ½ ounce out of a half, so that's about right.
But it's tight.
It's a tight line. That's right.
That's right, that's right.
So 3/4 means that's... yeah, good.
Good? I needed my...
That's a lot of lime juice.
It's
considering the amount of other stuff we're doing here.
Yeah, so Pepsi's kind of hard to come by in my house. That's why we have Diet Pepsi, because my mother drinks Diet Pepsi, and so I always keep a couple around just so she has something to drink.
Another piece of ice.
For what?
Make it look fuller.
Oh, is that 2 ounces right there?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the drink. Ta-da!
Boom!
Mark.
You've got yourself what we're calling a Cuban Pepsi. It's Pepsi with products from nowhere near Cuba. So, Cuba doesn't really do spice rum that well, I don't think. This is Caribbean. It's there.
Yeah.
It's just probably not that island.
Cuba's in Caribbean.
Cuba's in Caribbean.
I think my beer and my whiskey sour are catching up to me at this point.
I think so.
The drinks I had before starting the show.
St. Croix.
St. Croix. It's the St. Croatian.
Yes, it's St. Croatian. It's just like
St. Yankees
being in Croatia, which I think is probably closer to Russia than it is to the Caribbean.
St. Yankees named that movie, people.
Somebody already did. Right below.
Not yet.
Put that in your mouth, will you, so I can taste it?
Okay.
Where'd my Pepsi go? Where'd my Pepsi go?
It's got Pepsi flavor.
It's got Pepsi flavor.
I mean, Pepsi and Coke are distinctly different.
They are.
We asked somebody asked what's a good college drink, so this is appropriate for the setting.
Well, we drank a lot of Coke in college, so.
No,
by the
Luke
case.
drank a lot of Coke.
Luke drank a lot of Coke.
Oh, this is better than
What are
Pepsi.
that guy's doing?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. He's not dead.
That's good.
I don't think.
I haven't seen them in so long. I always wish that I could find them on Facebook, but I don't even think they're on Facebook.
You know, me and
how
Luke
you
went
see
on a
it.
10-hour road trip one time. Everybody was gone. It was just me and Luke.
Really?
And we went so you guys were like back home with
Did
John.
you go to New York?
We went everywhere.
I think I remember.
So
Really?
we just jumped in the old Dodge Aries. Went to go buy a Nerf football because it was like springtime. We were gonna toss it around, and we just kept driving. We drove to like Brattleboro, then we drove south into Boston. Boston until Massachusetts. Then we drove like on Route 2 west, and we went out to Albany. We drove through Albany. Then we came back and we went down through Connecticut, Rhode Island, came back up. It's like some random. We had no intention of going anywhere but buying a Nerf
You went-
football.
so-
we went on a
That
10-hour
was
road
the
trip
longest Nerf trip
You
for
went
Nerf
from
football
Keene, New
ever.
Hampshire.
Yes.
In the mountain.
to Brattleboro, down south.
No,
It's not
but
their mountain.
let's-
It's like
let's-
west
Let's
New
boil
Hampshire.
this down
Well, it's
to
in
the
a valley.
facts.
It's in a mountain valley.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
boil
mean,
this
it's
down.
not like upper New Hampshire. It's west.
No, but you
We were
went.
close to a bunch of states. We're like, we can hit all the 9X states, and then we missed Maine. We never hit Maine.
9X doesn't even exist anymore.
I know, right? You know you're
so
old. Know that
when
means.
you go to buy a Nerf football and you just drive to New York,
We saw a car crash.
I would hope you saw some
We were
stuff.
driving on like 395, and these two girls in like a car
Crashed.
Like, they like came on the on ramp, and they just kept going. And they smashed into the median, and the car was all in. So we stopped and we drove into a Dunkin' Donuts so they could call someone, and we left.
Oh,
and then
you
we
didn't,
came
I
back.
didn't know that was coming. I thought you said we saw a car crash. So I was like,
Yeah.
well,
No,
yeah.
we literally-
You
right,
saw
like,
a
you know,
car
right
crash
there.
and you recovered the victim.
So we stopped, and these girls run out of the car like,
This is before
my
cell
boyfriend's
phones,
trying
right?
to kill me. We're like, oh shit. And Luke was driving at that point.
We had, like,
and
nobody
he
had
like
cell
locked the
phones.
doors because he was like, he didn't know what was coming. And he was thinking, Ian, you better get out and get
Let him
ready
die.
and throw down with somebody. Because they
die.
just kept running. So they
Luke's
jumped in
not
the
gonna throw
car.
down anyway, skinny dude.
He will mouth off to anyone, though.
Oh yeah, then we get his ass kicked doing it.
He will-
Talk to my friend Ian after
He'll
I
get
just-
me in a fight.
All right, yeah. I can,
But
that's the type of guy. Do you have a friend like that?
It was weird. What do you do in that situation? So we drove to
I
a place where they could
wouldn't
call.
have been in the situation because I would have just got a freaking Nerf ball and
I
played
know,
in the.
right? Yeah. And then we came back the other way, and we saw all the ambulances and everything that were there, the fire trucks, because they responded to the accident. But then we're like, oh, did we just leave the scene of an accident with people?
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't even think about it. We just wanted to help these
I don't know
girls
if
out.
that really. I don't think that's illegal. I think it's just weird.
Yeah, it was really strange. It was like 2 in the morning at that point.
That is
Anyway,
the whole.
that's my
That's a
story.
whole weird. Well, I don't think there's a question today yet. So, what is the deal with that? Like, have you ever done
All right, Jerry
anything
Seinfeld.
really crazy?
What's the deal with that?
Everybody's 21 plus, so I want to know: have you ever just gone on a road trip, and how far did you go, and was it intended? I know that once. I don't know if Jennifer we were in the car, but didn't we one time we missed the exit and we just drove up to like Salisbury Beach from where we didn't know where we were. We had to stop. I don't know if you're in the. I was driving with somebody. We had to stop at a Dunkin' Donuts or something to ask what town we were in. We didn't know where we
Excuse me,
were.
what state are we in?
It was one of those things where
Are we
like
still in America?
I know I need to get to Salisbury Beach or wherever it was, and I know it's north, and I know we'd hit the water if we were going too much east. You can't go wrong, and
Right.
then you don't know where you are. This is before like satellite systems. Nobody had sat nav. Nobody had cell phones. Maybe a pager. So you had to stop someplace and go, "Hi, what town am I in?" And they look at you strange, like you don't know what town you're in, or what state. I might have asked that because it was on the border.
Welcome, Brittany, joining the live stream for the first time. One of many live streamers for the first time tonight.
Oh yeah, like I just heard a sound. That's important. I don't remember why.
Here you go.
Because you have to defend your ears.
Easiest best cocktail.
That is one, but this wasn't labeled
Question.
question of the day. But what are bitters and why do you guys like them so much?
That's a question.
There you
That's
go.
not a question today, is it?
I just said it wasn't labeled question of the day.
But are they asking us what are bitters and why?
There
we like
is a question in the chat room that says, what are bitters and why do you like them so much? So I posed it as a question of the day.
But it's a question towards us. Why would we? They want to tell us.
I see both points. I'm torn between the two of you right now.
Mom and Dad, please don't fight.
Don't fight.
Well, how about this? We'll answer that question into the live stream so you guys can watch it live. You can answer the question: do you use bitters and why do you like them?
Okay, fair enough.
What's your favorite, easiest cocktail? I believe was in there as well. Or what's
Rum and Coke's a nice, easy one. Turbo
Yeah.
teas are good.
this cocktail is better than Pepsi.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta say, I had this and then I had that, and I prefer that.
This to that.
Yeah, I think it's a lime, but maybe not. It's also
Well, there's also
spiced,
Sherry
it's
Cask
spiced.
in
Yeah,
there,
it's-
which is awesome.
It's just
so-
a better product
Yeah.
than just Pepsi or Diet Pepsi or whatever. So There you go. Like 4 questions a day plus your road trip, so you have plenty to write.
Sorry about that.
Did you say what this drink is like?
This
or
drink
did I
is
just
like-
miss it because I wasn't?
No, everybody distracted us.
The Pepsi flavor really comes in this. I mean,
It's a-
if you know
Pretty
what a
much
Pepsi
Pepsi.
tastes like versus Coke, you get the Pepsi out of this. It's
Other than
also
that,
heavy.
it's like spiced. It's like a rum and coke.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of lime in this also. Like
Yeah.
rum and Coke, you don't always get the lime. Like you go rum and Coke,
You
people
get a
put
lime
in
as
there.
a squeeze.
There's almost as much lime as there is rum in this.
Right.
So,
But it's
you
not
get-
sour.
But no, lime isn't sour, which is nice.
But it does. You know, if you order a rum and coke, typically you take a lime, they might put it on the edge.
Or they'll squeeze it
and
put
throw
on
it
the
in.
edge.
Yeah. So it's
and
a
there's a
little
lot
than
more
that.
Coke, typically.
This is true.
So it's not bad. I mean,
No, I like it better than Pepsi. This is a basic drink.
Sure, it's Pepsi.
It's all right. Cuban Pepsi. That's it.
So there you go.
Leading low balls. Awesome drinks.
Yes.
Everything else, Everyday Drinkers, or you can just go to youtube.com/everydaydrinkers and you'll get it all right there.
A lot of great stuff at Awesome Drinks.
Awesome
I'm
stuff.
always pimping the store to people
Pimping it
off the stream.
ain't easy.
Like bartenders.
He's pimping our store to you in RL. That's real life for those that don't
Actually,
understand
I
it.
said that today. I said you were a good pimp.
Yeah,
Because she
you
said,
were good.
Ian gave the bartender the awesome drinks card. I said, oh, he's such a good pimp.
Pimping ain't easy. We're teaching you how to drink. That and I had to give him my $10.99. That took
It's
some-
just
So maybe-
a fraternity.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fraternity. Yeah.
Why do you have to? Do you get what do you call it?
But it's not like an initiation fraternity.
That's
It's
what I
not like a college fraternity. It's like
Like a dirty
It's
Sanchez.
a brotherhood.
They don't wipe fecal on your face, do they?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Yeah, I mean, no.
I guess it's not a religious
Whatever. I don't really care how I get buried. I'm dead. It doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't bother me.
Fuck you! I don't care.
No, you can draw and quarter me after I'm dead and
Right.
burn me at 5 stakes at that point. I don't
Try
really
and
care.
quarter me by my cock and ride me down the
Yeah.
street
You
on
could
a horse.
Serve my cock and sushi roll for all I care. I'm gonna be dead. It doesn't matter.
More like a hot dog roll, but.
No, maybe
Yeah, sushi
maybe a
roll.
foot long.
You're like, why is there so much bread on here? There's a couple different type of bitters. I've got a whole slew of them. Awesome Drinks carries a crap load, so some of these I've either taken from the store or like I just like bought them in decrement inventory, or some of them had leaks in them. I have one back here that had a crack.